Eli Rax, El Jefe, Mr. Glass Half Full, the revival.
Bow your heads, let us pray. Guys, today we are here today at New York Revival to celebrate the life of the Philadelphia Eagles. After Saturday, guys, there will be a public viewing once the New York Giants win the playoff game. Peace and blessings. It is your boy, Eli Rax, a.k.a. Vibes, and welcome to New York Revival, where it's not just sports, it's entertainment, man. And thank you for spending your Friday afternoon with us, man, which is great. And on behalf of my brother, of course, and I'm here, Mr. Glass Half Full, and that's Spee, if you nasty now.
Hey, what's up, B? Let's go.
And my brother, a.k.a. LFA, a.k.a. White Jersey, a.k.a. Blue Jersey, a.k.a. Damn it, Daniel, a.k.a. Beat in Philadelphia. We are here, baby, on your Friday this afternoon, guys. We are turned up a little bit, guys. If you didn't know the attire or the dress code, it is all black. We're either going to be in a funeral for the Eagles or maybe for the New York Giants, as you see there, but we ain't trying to think of that. This is the Eagles right here, baby. So let's just break a couple things down. Let's just go around the room. And guys, of course, you know what this is. Hit that like, share. All that stuff is going to help us, man. You see these thumbs? Hit that button, man. Come on. Help us out. Let's go around the room, man. How we feeling? And I'm going to start with Mr. Glass Half Full. And we're going to break a lot of stuff down today. What you got going on, baby?
I'm psyched, man. I'm fucking psyched. It's the weekend. It's finally here. One more sleep, and we got go time. Like the nerves are starting to kick in. We've done all the analysis. We've done all the talking. We're going to do a little bit more talking here, but it's like almost game time now, man. We're going bird hunting.
Going bird hunting,
says,
Taylor.
Baby. Let's go.
Let's go, Taylor.
Psyched. Let's go.
Listen, guys, I want you guys to get your all black out, man. This is it. This is what we're here for. We're going to bury these Eagles, man. Hefe, what you got, baby? Let them know.
Anyone else feel like they have a game coming up? Like you're going to be playing in a game?
I'm ready. I'm just as nervous.
I'm like waking up doing push-ups. I'm like talking myself into like, you got this. Like, you know what? You can do it. You can beat it. You can beat these guys. But like anybody who's played sports, like at least high school sports where it was like relatively serious, and you go up a team that you're not supposed to beat and you beat them. There's fucking nothing better than that. And the Giants have that. They got that opportunity right now. It's just they can win this game.
Please.
And it's going to be, and I was going to go on a damn it Daniel rant in my car and save this for that. But Daniel Jones has an opportunity to step into legendary status with a win in Philadelphia.
It's facts.
What this would do for Daniel Jones and this NFC Championship. Are you kidding me? If you win this game, dude. Woo! Eli, how are you?
How you feeling about it?
Nervous ain't even the word, man. Guys, like I'm ready for the game. I'm ready to win. I feel like there's a win in there. But just to watch it all unfold, my goodness gracious, my nerves is just through the roof. But you want to talk about electricity within the Giants community? Guys, we feel very confident. We feel a momentum. Guys, it's just a feeling. It's hard to describe. Like, we've been to this situation before where it just felt right. And the Giants right now, it feels right. And you're like, man, it's happening. It's happening. I can't believe it's happening. It's right now. It's getting to that point. And you want to talk about Daniel Jones. I want to piggyback that because we said this on Revival Tuesday as well. Daniel Jones will be cemented right after this game if they win that, okay, this is a franchise quarterback. This guy is the top 10, top 5 guy if you want to talk, especially if he balls the hell out this game. Forget top 10. He'll probably be a top 5 quarterback if he balls out in this game and wins it. Daniel Jones will be cemented in New York City if he wins this game tomorrow. Guys, I'm excited of the endless possibility of this Giants team. And guys, I feel it. I feel his upset coming.
Your plums.
I just feel it in my plums, man, that the Giants is going to get this thing, man.
to think that this season started with let's get a handful of wins and see what we got, to they got us dreaming now. They got us legit dreaming, right?
Yeah.
And it's
Only
fucking
Giants.
crazy.
Only the
It's
Giants do
crazy
this,
that
man.
it's crazy that the playoffs are in the conversation, let alone winning a playoff game. And now you go on the road against your sworn enemy. I mean, this is everything you could hope for as a Giants fan. Is not only we're hoping for meaningful football in November or December. Guess what? It's fucking mid-January and we're still going. Like, this is wild, bro.
And let's make this clear. This is the first time I think the Giants met this team at full capacity as far as all players being back. Am I correct? Because I think there was a couple injured players when they met them the first and the second. Well, we didn't play out starters. But, guys, we are full force for this team. I don't know. We're looking scary. I'm telling you.
I'm throwing out both games against the Eagles this year. The first game, they caught us at our absolute lowest in terms of injuries, just getting beat up. And the second one wasn't our starters, and their game plan was vanilla as shit. Like, they were trying to just get away with a win without showing anything. So you could basically throw those games out. But the Giants are playing their best football right now. They were in their bag last week. They're going to be in their bag again. And Philly, it's been 6 weeks since Jalen Hurts has looked like Jalen Hurts. So do you think you can just flip a switch? If he does, good for him. But I don't think you can just flip a switch. I think that takes time. And if the Giants take advantage early, that's how the Giants can win this game.
Yeah. It wasn't like he was slinging the ball around the field in that Week 18 game. Like, he had a rough game. I think, he had no touchdown passes, a pick. He wasn't running the ball. I think he had less than 20 yards rushing. But again, like you said, throw all the games out the window. To me, I look at the spread. The spread's 7.5 points. You get 3 points for being the home team. So they're saying it's a 4.5 point game, which is, dude, this is year one of a Giants rebuild, and this is you're going against a Super Bowl ready Eagles roster led by an MVP candidate in Jalen Hurts, and they're saying, hey, you know what? This game's pretty close overall. Right now the vibes, Giants on a high, Eagles, we don't know. We don't know what Eagles team's going to show up. So it's the possibilities are going through your mind now.
Here's the crazy stat: the Eagles have won 9 straight at home when they played the Giants. They won 9 straight at home when they played the Giants. Guys, that's insane.
9 years.
The levy has to break at this point, right? And I'm gonna start with El Jefe.
We're due for one.
Are we due for one, man? What's going on? Do you feel it in your plums, or you're like, hey, this might be a bad? What's going on?
I love when you use that phrase. I feel it deep. I feel it deep down in my plums that the Giants got the magic right now. Philly, for every reason, Philly is supposed to win this game, and that's why they're not going to. The Giants got the fucking magic right now. They're playing together. You see them loose at practice. They're having fun. Daniel Jones. Like, what is happening with this Giants team right now? And Dable was like, I've watched that video, even though you can hardly see DJ doing the gritty. I just love the way Dable interacts with this team and all the players. He's on the outside of the circle going like, and then he walks away. No one's looking at him.
Pumped up.
Dude, he's just we stepped in such shit getting Dable. He's going to be here and he's tied with a young GM. They're not going anywhere because they already got the dream jobs. They are ours now. Could be for a decade, could be for 2 decades. Who the hell knows? We got them. They're fucking ours.
Well, and how about DJ, dude? Like, DJ is in a must-produce season and was considered a bottom 10 quarterback by probably most of his own fan base. And what did he do? He goes out, and now we're running the offense around this motherfucker, and he's peaking at the most opportune time. And now we're talking about $40 million for this guy. In what world? We were hoping for 10 or not even on the roster at the beginning of the season. And now we're talking 40 plus. Got to keep. And now Josh Allen. Everybody's on the Josh Allen hate train. I don't know if you guys been watching the Twitters.
I saw.
Everybody's like, killing.
They're backing off him now.
Pac-Man Jones. They're going off on Dable's not there anymore. We got Daves, baby. We got Daves, and he's leading us, man. Oh my God!
I don't want to name drop here, but when we interviewed Nate Burleson, not a big deal. He came on, and we're like, tell us, Nate, you know better than us. Is DJ the guy or not? And this is before the season, keep in mind. And he was like, is he going to be our quarterback in 23? And he was like, not. He's like, if he just does enough to earn a franchise tag, then no, that ain't it. he would have to. I've got to grab the clip. He was like, he would
Yeah.
have to ball out, like win playoff game, like prove beyond all doubt that he's the guy. And we're all like, oh, kind of don't see that happening. And just
there you go.
He's one checkbox away
with no money to spend. You know what I mean? Like it was just everything was stacked up against him, and all of a sudden we just ran our offense through Daniel Jones and won a playoff game. And Daniel Jones was the reason, as far as players go. Obviously the coaching, but Daniel Jones was that guy. He was that dog. He was all that shit.
And even if he doesn't check that last box, speed, right? And even if he doesn't check that last box, you still say we still got a good quarterback.
You could see you saw something. Yeah,
we
you
saw that
something.
flash. Yeah. We saw everything in that playoff game to say, okay, he'll get us back there. Or if we just build around him a little bit more, get that wide receiver, get that offensive lineman that's going to be consistent. And Evan Neal's going to do better, obviously, right? At least we hope so, right? If we have all the pieces around to make Daniel Jones successful, there's no doubt in my mind he can get us even further if, let's say, God forbid, we don't win this thing. You know what I mean? But he doesn't really have to necessarily check off that box. I think he is the guy for the future, man, to get this going.
If he does...
But if he does, he's cemented. Cemented. No more doubt.
And then I'm feeling great going into. I don't even care if we're going to San Francisco at that point. Because what if this is the start of something, guys? We don't know if this is the start of something big because this is year one rebuild type shit. If DJ goes on this run, this could be, it could lead somewhere crazy. It could lead somewhere crazy. So this could just be the start. Or it could be a footnote in history, and we'll see where it goes. But big game. Big.
So, guys, I'll tell you this. Okay, good, Hef.
I just want to give a shout out to the chat real quick.
Yeah, please.
Yeah,
and I've been.
We love you, baby.
I've been watching a lot of Authentic in the Beard lately. They've become like one of my favorite shows. So awesome. I'm going to channel Authentic. Show, Jerry Foley one time. I see with the Super. We'll get super chats. Ash, the Get Back. I saw Dash. Problem Baby.
Yes.
Who else we got in here?
We said Tana. We got
Natural Supreme. That's a cool name.
Joel,
Tana. We got Tana in here.
Let's go, Bill. What's going on? Yo, the best guys. These guys are the best.
Yo, chat's popping. We got a good crowd in here for our Freakin' Friday episode coming up in a little while.
Friday. So guys, listen, man, we got a lot of. Hold on, I think I got a bell somewhere over here. Let me see if I got a bell.
we're getting with shit, but it don't matter.
Let's go, man. I feel like I needed a sound effect, man. That was just like, just thrown in. But guys, let me say this, man. Because again, you have Jalen Hurts coming off this sprained throwing shoulder, right? So at the end of the day, guys, he's off the injury report, but he might have some soreness and etc. there. What would be the game plan for Jalen Hurts, man? And I'm gonna start with Mr. Glass Half Full. What would you do there as far as limiting Jalen Hurts? And you still think his throwing shoulder is bothering him a little bit?
Here's the thing. If it was a bruised rib, if it was an elbow on a non-throwing elbow, if it was a leg thing, you shoot it up, you're ready to go, for the game. Good luck shooting up his fucking throwing shoulder. Like, you cannot shoot that up. That's not a joint you should be shooting up. He needs full range. He needs full ability to do whatever he needs to do. You cannot shoot it up. You're going to have to test that shoulder right away. Early and often, I saw a clip of a Patriots game. I forget what Patriot games it was. They said, go after the quarterback, and first play, it was Marshawn Lynch. First play, 9 guys were around the ball carrier, and they crushed him. You have to get everybody around Jalen Hurts the first time he runs. Blitz his ass, see what he's got. And then if he's healthy, if he's showing you he's vintage Hurts, you adjust your game plan after that. But if it's me, I go wink, go hard, and I know that he will. He's Tank Commander, baby.
You think go hard or
Holy,
go... Yeah.
Tell me about it. Tank Commander.
It would be a real shame if Dexter Lawrence just pancaked him and just landed on that. Just test it. I'm not saying hurt the guy, but I'm saying test it. Test that shoulder within the confines of the game, but smush his 100%. Ass and see if he can get up.
His ass into the ground.
And to see,
I agree.
You
got anything to add to that, man?
Spiro nailed it, man. Be aggressive. Go win this game. Don't wait for Philly to beat you. Go beat them. Take it to them like you did to Minnesota. It's a much better team all around. It's a way better team. But fuck it. Go get it.
I would
Right.
say this, man, and I would say, hey, the Giants' game plan coming into this thing is to contain Jalen Hurts, right? Don't let him get out the pocket and use his feet too much. Let's test that throwing shoulder. Let's see if he can throw and make those
Mhm.
throws in those tight windows, right? Because we know, yeah, he can throw. We know he's very talented, but let's see what this shoulder could do. So contain him. Let him make those throws. And the minute you kind of find out, you just send the house and see and kind of go from there. But they got to contain him as much as they can because he is a threat when he starts running that ball. So for sure, man, he got to get beat up for sure, but contain him at the end of the day. So we'll see. Let's test that shoulder, man, hands down.
No,
But
Yo,
let's
Wayne's
say
gonna send guys. Wayne's gonna send guys some weird places, and they're gonna put a hit on him.
Richard
and you
wants
see
us
how
to
he adjusts.
smash that ass.
Smash that
which,
ass, baby. Let's go.
You
Smash
know,
that ass.
whatever works. His ass is
Yes,
connected
let's
to
go.
his shoulder, so smash that ass. Sorry, you were saying.
Facts. No, go right ahead. Smash. Facts. I'm sorry. I was looking at the show notes here while these guys carry me here, as you can see, guys. So, guys, listen, really quick, man, and we're gonna riff on this, man, because Adoree Jackson is actually back, right? So, in Tennessee, he actually went up against AJ Brown for the past 2 years. The rust is now officially off for Adoree Jackson, man. How do you see this thing play out? And I'm gonna start with El Jefe, man. How do you see it? And guys, get in the chat. Let me know how this thing is gonna play out now that Adoree is back and ready to rock, man.
I think they might do a similar strategy in that they're not gonna let AJ Brown get those home run plays, right? And Adoree could do enough on him to keep him limited. I think Goddard is a top 5 tight end, just like Hawkinson is, right? So similar there, but a big difference is that Devontae Smith is way better than Adam Thielen. So that's where the problem is. Adam Thielen got a couple plays, right? A couple chunk pickups, but he's not breaking any plays, right? Like he's a good route runner, but he's cooked. He's old. Devontae Smith ain't that. He can still take it to the house. So it'll be interesting, man. Maybe they go too high and try to just get pressure with 4 and hope that Dex can make Kelsey his bitch and get some pressure up the middle, because then that's how it can happen. But it's going to be really interesting, man. But we can't give up those huge plays. You can't get down big. You can't get down double digits, because then your game plan of hopefully running and picking up your chunk yards and dominating the clock, that can get thrown out the window if you go down too big. So gotta be careful with it too.
Speed.
Well, listen, Adoree came back first game and just handled Justin Jefferson, but he had a ton of help too. Wink is not going to do anything that you think he's going to do. So he's going to have Adoree on AJ Brown for a while, and I like the Adoree versus AJ Brown matchup because, like I said, he knows his tendencies. He knows how physical he is. Adoree Jackson's not going to get surprised by anything AJ Brown does. But you also, you got to bracket him. You got to bracket him. You could even put Adoree on Devontae Smith. Take Devontae Smith away and double AJ Brown. With a Love or a McKinney and Moreau. And, that's how you handle it. And let flat guard Watkins, their slot guy. And it's doable. It's doable. There's a path, but you're going to see constant switching, constant bracketing of one or the other. And Goddard might get his. But, again, someone's going to get theirs in this offense. You got to limit the big plays when they do get theirs. And just let one guy get theirs. Now, if it's multiple, that's when you start heading into shit show territory. So one guy's going to get theirs, and I would take away the star wide receivers first. Let Goddard beat you, man. That's what I would do.
I totally agree. And guys, listen, I tell you this, man. I think I'm going to see a lot of Landon Collins kind of playing that little hybrid in the box, kind of playing a little bit far back, because they are some talented wide receivers there, guys. You know what I mean? So he got to come up with a game plan of how to contain those guys, but however, of course, containing Jalen Hurts. So I think you're going to see a lot of dose of a Landon Collins in there that could crowd that box from that line of scrimmage and still give you that coverage. So it's kind of giving you that pump fake in a way. So I think you're going to see a lot of heavy of that, just try to slow down this Eagles offense. But, man, it's just tough, man. It's just tough to see how this matchup. I'm kind of curious to see because I know it is. Hard. It's going to be hard. But this Wink Martindale, the mind of Wink Martindale, that's what I really rest my head on. This guy is very intelligent, knows offenses in and out, and it's just a matter of how can he slow this team down. But I will tell you this, and I'll ask you this, and I do this every week, it seems, to you guys, right? I do this all the time. Let's go a little bit on the other side of the ball here. Because now you got James Bradbury that's going to guard our number one, Isaiah Hodgins, right? So how do you guys think this is going to fare well? And Speed continue, and I'm going to start off with El Jefe, but of course you got James Bradbury, one of the best corners in the league, right? I guess to this day, you might as well say that, right?
No.
But how do you think, is Isaiah Hodgins going to eat? Because we got to score points. What do you think, Speed?
I'm going to tell you what's going to happen right away.
Ooh, I like his confidence.
Tell you what's going to happen right off the bat. First drive, maybe first play. Remember that Slayton drop, that crucial Slayton drop last game, and the team rallied around our boy, and Dable said, "Head up, we're gonna fucking need you." You know what the best way to get his confidence back? Put Slayton on James Bradbury and let him torch his ass. Go deep. First play action.
Play action.
Play action to Barkley.
What a message.
Throw the deep pass.
What a
That'll
message.
be fire.
Take the fucking wind right out of the sails.
It can happen
right away. James Bradbury can be beat. He is not a speed guy.
He's not a speed guy.
What way to shock him than a play action first? Let our speed guy burn his ass right off the bat. That's fucking.
Ooh,
I love
that. I like that, man. Ooh, Hefe.
Yeah, I mean, Bradbury wasn't a speed guy 2 years ago. You know, so he didn't get faster when he got older.
Yes.
Right.
Right.
You've seen Spiro run a 40. You don't get faster when you get older.
We gotta show that video to everybody now. It's got to make its rounds one more time, I think.
We'll load it up for next time. Yes. I think Hodgins is still going to get his because he's a great route runner and he's got great hands. They're going to have to. I think they're going to use a lot of Saquon in the passing game. I think they're going to get him in the flat and let him work and hopefully get a screen game going. Because my one fear in this game is that their pass rush is going to be too much. And if Daniel doesn't even have time to do like his first option check down or run, like if he can't even go through those quick things, it's going to be really hard to put drives together. So like that's my one fear. So if they can get a screen game going, offset that pass rush and try to control things, that is how the Giants can kind of manage this game. And you have to sometimes, the one thing our coaches are good at is adjusting the game plan every week.
Yes.
And I feel like we watched them against the Vikings and it was almost like, who is this team? The way they were playing offensively, right? They were dominating.
They're in their bag, baby.
Yeah, they were just in control. They looked like a different offense. So I hope that they can bring some of that to this game and hit the Eagles with something they're not expecting. And I trust Dable and Kafka to come up and determine what that is. But I think Saquon a lot in the passing game because of those good corners for all those reasons we said.
And I have to piggyback what you say, Hefe. It's going to be a lot of screen passes, I think. I think Saquon's going to have to get running a lot in that passing attack because that defensive line, even though some of them are pretty old on that line or whatever the case is, right, they're intimidating. They make plays. They're very well. So the offensive line got to play one hell of a game, and it has to be better than what they did and shown in Minnesota for this Philadelphia Eagles. I'm telling you, Evan Neal has to step up. Right now, hey, it's big boy time, man. You got to put them pants on, man, and go out there and fight. Not only fight, but fight to say that, hey, I'm the future right tackle. You want to talk about a game like finally Daniel Jones came alive and had his game, right? I think Evan Neal needs to come alive and actually have his game now. This is it, big boy. This is it. You got all these guys coming at you. One of the best lines in the league. He's one of the best rosters in the league. So everyone has to find that next level now. Yeah. You got to protect Daniel Jones, especially if you're looking speed for Slayton to go down and actually burn James Bradbury, which that can happen. But the one thing he needs, right, is time. He needs the time. So this offensive line, we found that notch, but I need you guys now to be elite. I need you guys to go up there and find that next level. And right now, the screen passes and those quick passes, slants, is probably going to have to go around Saquon Barkley and et cetera right now. And I'm telling you, man, it's going to be a tough one and a tough night for our offense, but we got to score more points. That's it. That's where it got to lead to.
Let me tell you, there's two things I want to say. One is over the past, I'd say 3 to 4 weeks, we, for the first time all season and in years, are dictating to the defense what we are picking what we're going to do. And if they want to take something away, we're going to do something else. Because now we got, what's the best way to neutralize pass rushers? Zone reads, baby. Zone reads and RPOs and give them some hesitation. And DJ has been running the shit out of the ball. You want to crash down? DJ's going to run right around you. And also, what better way to he's been diving out of the way of the right tackle, Evan Neal, and his pass rush for 3 games now. DJ like I said, his timing is perfect right now in the pocket. He's escaping when he needs to. He could see that right tackle. That's not his blind side. He's not worried about his blind side because AT's a damn fucking all-pro over there. He could see that rush coming on the right side, and he's now escaping the pocket and looking downfield or taking off with it. So sure, come around the edge. Has fucking what's his name? Reddick. We're gonna go right inside you and run the ball. So
pause.
Good luck. Good luck.
Pause. So guys, listen, we got a couple things lined up for you guys. Can we cue up the commercial for Revival if that's okay? Let's get that queued up already while Hefe finds that, man, because we're gonna have a nice guest drop by. It's the New York Revival Fan of the Month, man. And we're
It's a
gonna
big
ask him
deal.
how it's a huge deal, man. You're a fan of the month. You come join the show. That's what we do here. We want to just touch the people that actually helped us out. So we want to kind of give in return. So we thank you very much. But before that, we're going to go into this nice little commercial break. A word from our sponsors. Get your Revival gear. It'll show you where. Let's have some fun, baby.
Yeah. Back after
Let's
this.
That don't get you hype to go cop some Revival merch. I don't know what to tell you, baby.
I'm about to buy everything those guys have.
Exactly. Every color option that there is. All right, guys, we're about to get to do the same thing here. So, guys, if you can, please support, get some merch. And don't forget, man, the link is on the Twitter pages. We tweet it out probably as much as we can, but that little support goes a long way. So I do appreciate you guys and the ones that did support as well. Thank you so much. But shop, man, get some Revival gear. Come on, guys, help us out. Help us out here. All right. But without further ado, man, our New York Revival Fan of the Month, man. And what made him qualify for the Fan of the Month is very simple, guys. We put out a tweet. He was the first one to tweet it, first one to comment, first one to support. He's the first one that's probably signed into this thing sometimes. Guys, he does a lot for this channel, and we do appreciate what he's done as far as a fan aspect of it. Thank you. But without further ado, Mr. Jay Singh, aka Giants Singh. Hey, round of applause, round of applause, round of applause, round of applause. Man, and thank you so much, man. I like the background. I like the background, man. Cheers, man. Thank you for coming on, man. And we just want to say thank you, man, for being a Revival Fan of the Month, man. This is an awesome opportunity. And welcome to the show, man.
Thank you. Thank you.
Anytime,
you seem really pumped up.
Is he relaxed?
Now.
He's relaxed. He's pumped.
It's Friday, you know. And
What's your big
all out on blue?
What's your big X factor for this game? How are the Giants going to win this one?
Turnovers.
Win the turnover battle.
Win the turnover. That's it. That's the only way. Don't give up. Just keep scoring, keep pounding. Get any turnover we can, any way, ground, special team, whatever, anything. Take.
Good point. Good point, because we got special teams, by the way. We gotta win. We gotta not let special teams ruin the game. They haven't ruined the game recently.
Special team. That, I mean, everyone knows that. So if we can get a turnover out of that, who knows?
Yeah,
let's do it, man. So let me ask you this, Jesse, man. How did you become a Giants fan? Because I'm looking at your background. I see the cave. What's going on, man? I see, like, how'd you become a Giants fan? Tell us about it.
So
shout out Diggy.
I moved to New York, actually from India. So I grew up in India. Like I was like 15 years old when I moved here, and it was 2002 when I moved, and I was not. I didn't know what football is, you know. I came from a cricket background, you know, or maybe rugby, soccer, you know. I mean, there's no football there, so I was kind of confused, right? So, but in 2004, when the draft was happening, right? You know, the famous Eli,
draft.
Don't want to go to Chargers, want to come to New York Giants. I'm like, what's this? You know, I mean, like I keep up with my news, so that got me into some like, okay, you know. And then second thing, since Giants were blue, you know, and blue is my favorite color. So, I mean, that got me into all the New York blue teams, you know, Yankees. I mean, back then, Nets were blue as well. So,
facts.
I know. It's black now. I hate that. But I know they were blue, they were blue back then. So so that's how I become Giants fan. Plus,
awesome, man.
My uncle
so
got
let
me.
me thank you, man. Let me ask you another thing, man. Before, of course, we get you up out of here, I need some score predictions, man. What you got? How much the Giants winning by, or do you have the Giants winning? Let the people know.
Definitely. Even if I have to pick, I blindly I will pick the Giants any game.
Love
That's
it.
What I like to hear.
So,
that's what I like to hear.
I'll still think Giants gonna score 30 points.
Ooh.
So I'll say 31-28.
Ooh.
I like it.
Let's do that last second field goal. You know, the Tynes memory.
Oh my God.
from Green Bay Packers in 2007.
Today's the anniversary.
Let's make that play.
Let's do it. And tell people, I know you have a watch party coming up.
Yes.
So let the people know, man, what you got, what is going on, where it's going to be at.
Not this
let the people know.
Sorry, not this week. I'm not.
The
I'm
NFC
not
Championship.
this week.
Yeah.
I was thinking about doing it, but then I had other plans, so I'm going to my friend's house.
Hey, we're playing our NFC Championship watch party too, so don't worry. We're all gonna get together.
Yep.
And
it's my son's birthday on that day, so and his party is actually at 3:00, so I might be busy down there.
All right.
Unless they move the Giants game to 6:30, which I don't know if that's gonna happen, but if that does, then I'll join you guys.
Hey,
I appreciate it, man. And Jesse, thank you so much for stopping by. Here you go, have it. You have it, everybody. It's your New York Revival Fan of the Month, and thank you so much for spending a little bit of time with us, man. We'll see you on the Victory Show, of course.
Yep, definitely.
Appreciate you,
brother. Man. Take care, man. So, guys, really quick, I want to go over a couple things. A shout out to Jay Singh, man, aka Jesse, man. I do appreciate him stopping by, man.
Good dude.
And of course, you guys can do the same thing. Come hop on, man. Be your New York Revival Fan of the Month. We're gonna do this every month, even in the off season. We're gonna have some fun with you guys. Again, this is giving back for all the support that you gave us. So thank you so much. We do appreciate that. But I got a question, man. Before, of course, we get up out of here, guys.
What you got?
This is kind of serious, man, and I want the chat to kind of get involved because this is kind of gearing, my gears are turning. Who's under more pressure, guys? DJ or Jalen Hurts? And I'm going to start with El Jefe, man. Who's under more pressure? Chat, get in there. Who's under more pressure this game? Daniel Jones or Jalen Hurts? Let's do it.
I'm going to say Daniel Jones, even though that may not be the obvious answer. And I mean that not just because the dude is playing for a contract and all of that, but I think he is literally going to be under more pressure in this game. So it's kind of twofold. Like, I understand Hurts has all the pressure because they're expected to. They were kind of Super Bowl or bust the way they're built, right? Like, so that pressure is on him. But he has such a good line and surrounding cast and defense. He has so many things in his corner where DJ all his whole career, but this year too, hasn't had any of that stuff in his corner. So on one hand, you could say it's house money and all that, but these chances are rare to get to the playoffs and have a chance to do it. So I think there's a lot of pressure on DJ to perform well against a good defense, which some people just are still saying, sure, he's played great, but he's done it against who? What defense has he done it against, right? Those comments are still floating around. You do it against the Eagles, I don't want to hear a fucking word about DJ. Again. I don't care what they pay him. I don't want to hear another word. So I'm just going to say DJ because I have a feeling Spiro's going to say Hurts.
Well, it's funny. I wanted to say DJ, but in the spirit of the show, I'm going to have to now change. But
change my mind.
Listen, they both have an enormous amount of pressure. I think DJ is playing for that 40 mil echelon. He's playing for that top 10 validated status. We still don't know 100% if he's going to be back. Jalen Hurts is going to be back. He's going to be the Eagles quarterback. They're probably going to sign him to a deal next year. He is in an MVP conversation. He's now regarded as a top 5 guy, pretty much cemented now. But that's the reason why there is more pressure on Jalen Hurts now. Daniel Jones has now won more playoff games than Jalen Hurts, the big MVP candidate with the Super Bowl ready roster. This game is at home. They are ready to cook. Like Jefe said, they are losing they have about 20 free agents next year that they have to sign or figure out who to bring back. Guess who's also going to get paid? Hurts has to get paid at some point too. There's no guarantee that this is going to be they'll be back perennially We know Howie Roseman. Good for you. Fuck yourself. You're a really good GM. I wish but they don't know if they're going to be back. You go 0-2 in the playoffs, the birds start chirping. They're chirping about Dak. They're going to chirp about Jalen Hurts until he wins a big one. So you got to get past the first round. Yeah, I don't care injury or not. There's more pressure on Hurts to win. You're at home. You're 7.5-point favorites. You have to go out and ball out. More pressure on him.
Totally agree. I totally agree.
Break the tie, Eli.
I'm going to have to say Jalen Hurts. There's more pressure on Jalen Hurts to actually win this game. Yes, we understand what Daniel Jones is playing for. We understand what it's like to play in New York City, period, right? But the more pressure, this team is like built now as far as the Philadelphia Eagles. This roster is built to win a championship now. So the fact that they actually in the playoffs and have a potential to make a run, Jalen Hurts has a whole lot more pressure than Daniel Jones. Daniel Jones could lose, and most fans would be like, well, I told you so. And some fans would be like, well, he's the best. And it's back to the bickering all over again. You know what I mean? But as far as Jalen Hurts, they go like, man, this guy was a bust. He couldn't get it. Or whatever the case is. Like, that's another whole other conversation as far as Philly fans are having it. But right now, this roster, I wish we had this roster on the Giants. I wish. I go into there extra confident. You know what I mean? But Jalen Hurts got to perform. This is the most talented roster we've seen in years in Philly. This is the best roster in the league. The best team in the league. If they lose against the Giants, which is everyone, of course, would tell you is the worst that they ever seen in this league. If
don't
they
let the
go
Giants
out there,
get hot.
don't let them. If they go out there and lose against the New York Football Giants, I'm telling you right now, they're gonna run Jalen Hurts the hell out of town. I'm telling you right now.
Philly fans don't give
you.
a fuck, man. They were on the fence
They
before
don't.
the season. They will be back on that fence after it. You're right, E.
Totally agree, man. But that's how I feel about that. Jalen Hurts has more pressure, man. But
the Eagle fans will turn on Hurts real fast.
in a heartbeat.
100%.
In a heartbeat. Worse than Giants fans, I think.
Yo,
Hey, and
Spiro,
shout out to everybody. Oh, sorry. Go ahead. Sorry.
Go ahead. You're just doing a shout out. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say shout out to everybody going to the game. Don't be afraid. Represent. Don't be stupid, but don't be afraid. Go in and represent us and show out. We want to hear some blue out there. I hear a lot of people going. I love it, baby. I love it. Show out.
Spiro,
So-
who is the Eagles radio guy that we had on our show?
Oh, John Johnson. Yes.
So
yes.
when I asked him, does Daniel Jones scare you
I
at all?
want to clip it.
And
we
he
gotta get that
laughed.
clip.
Not
We gotta
only
get that.
are we going to clip it, I want to have him back on the show
Yes.
after Daniel Jones beats him, and I want to bring up that clip and I want to talk to him again.
I'm shooting out.
Gotta be something for
text
Tuesday
right
night.
now.
Please.
Wait till the Giants win. Wait till the
Please.
Giants win.
Wait till they win. Hold on. Let's not talk our messages yet.
You're
Hold
right.
up.
You're right.
All right. But guys, just to let you know, man, of course, we are doing pretty dang well for If the Giants Win challenge. And we actually put something out. We want to kind of make this, like, we want to share this moment with you guys.
We're open this
So
up.
if the Giants win, guys, we will dive into the polar ocean somewhere in New Jersey. We'll put the link out where we're going to go. But I don't think we want to do this alone. We want the Giants fans to do it with us. So, guys,
Come on,
we're going
fam.
to put a tweet out later on. We're going to tell you where it's going to be at and jump into the water with us, man. Purified. That's how we're going to do things around here when the Giants win, all right?
Let's
guys,
go.
There's a couple things, man, and
Or come watch
can't
us
do-
just cut diamonds because it's gonna be cold as shit out there.
facts. But I can't do if the Giants win without actually paying up. And I promised the people that I'll do a video, and I couldn't do it. I'm sorry, guys. I couldn't do it. But I did say live on air, the George Jeffy, baby. Live on air, the George Jeffy, baby.
Yes.
That's how we do things.
Yes.
If the Giants win, this thing is gone, man. I look like a monk, man. This is terrible. This is terrible. But live on air,
Yes.
save the middle down, give y'all the sides. George
Yeah.
Jeffy, baby. We moving
Wow.
on up. Giants win, baby. Here we go by 10. And I
Let's
said this, man,
go.
and on behalf of my brothers, Mr. Glass Half Full, and that's Speedy, if you nasty now. And my brother Happy, aka White Jersey, aka Blue Jersey, aka Damn It Daniel, aka and beat in Philadelphia. That's your boy, Eli Rax, aka Vibes, aka Joe Jeffy, baby. And this is New York Revival, where it's not just sports, it's entertainment. Y'all
Giants
have a good
win.
afternoon. Giants win, baby. We
Go
on.
Giants, baby.
Let's go.
Let's hit him with some ransom. Let's hit him with some ransom. Get him extra
Let's
pumped
go.
up. Let's go,
Let's
fucking
go.
Giants. Let's go, baby.
Let me talk to my team real quick, homeboy.
BB had to do it to him.
Look, not many wanted to show love. We was treated like young punks and old scrubs. Opened up in Tennessee, the Titans won't budge. Went for 2 in the win, Brian Dable is cold blood. Fight till the end is what a pro does. Now we so came a long way from Joe Judge and Ghetto Men. With him I thought we would never win. Now we in the playoffs, fine ladies and gentlemen. I gotta shout out the veterans, Big Cat, Hottie, Landon, and Tony Jefferson. I know they all gonna represent till we get a ring and we shaking hands with the president. Yeah, got a soft spot for Saquon. They try to write him off and now they putting their capes on. And when he run, it's like napalm, blowing up your pads. If you wanna grab, you can get the straight on. You Nick Foles, I'm Kayvon. Angel right next to the body I had to pray on. I'm in the bar trying to stay calm. Send him to the voicemail, dog. Don't interrupt when the game's on. Listen, and this goes to my quarterback. A game manager, I promise he much more than that. Out the pocket with a rocket and score with that. We ain't satisfied right now. We want all of that. We back. Back in them playoffs. Trying to get that chip. Shout out Ray Hanley. Shout out Sexy Dexy, Eli Rax, El Jefe, Mr. Glass Half Full, The Revival.